Hello everyone.
Hello.
I'm Toni.
And I'm Tally.
And we
are the Lazy Book Lovers. Oh, we need to start doing baby as well.
Oh yeah.
And baby Tally.
Baby Tally.
She's awake and she has a crinkly toy. Just FYI.
But she's happy.
Yeah. She's living her best life.
She's living her best
She's
life.
Looking at lights.
Staring at the crinkle toy.
Yeah. Oh.
She would whack herself in the face with it.
Yeah.
How's everyone?
Yeah.
How are your weeks doing? My week was
well.
busy. Oh, look what I've just
done it with your nail, didn't you?
Look.
No, don't.
Where it snapped is really bothering me, and I've just peeled off the gel. So I just need to.
No, thank you.
Don't do that, guys. It's really bad for your nails. I was doing really well. They got so long. I think I'm gonna buy an at-home jacket.
My friend has one, and her nails always look lovely.
I was gonna say maybe we can do that when you come here for podcasts, and we'll just do that. But I don't think the smell, the fumes would be good for her, would they? Otherwise, we could podcast and nail.
Well, obviously, Daddy has to learn to look after baby because I've got a spa day for my birthday.
Yeah. When is that? The
on
spa
my
day?
actual birthday.
Oh,
on the
nice.
4th of Feb, yeah.
I didn't know it was on the actual day. Oh yeah, I remember this.
Which will have already been for you guys. So in the potential not so distant future, there'll be podcasts without baby.
So
that makes me feel sad.
Yeah, your face then. I enjoy seeing her week on week.
I know.
Because with your first, it was like there was long gaps between.
Yeah.
So I'd sort of see like suddenly bigger, whereas I'm like, it's really cool to see like the changes week to week.
Yeah, so for context, with my first, he was very much, and still sometimes is, mummy or no one. So yeah, I went back to work when he was 9 weeks old. And I only lasted about a month because he just would not feed the whole time I was at work.
Yeah, I remember that was really stressful.
Yeah, and he, like one of my last shifts, well, the shift before I handed him my notice, he cried and screamed the entire time, all 4 hours on the phone.
Yeah, it's one of those things, as your friend, you're completely, especially as a friend who doesn't drive, I'm completely useless. That there is nothing you can do to help except be like,
I mean, if baby doesn't even want to hang out with daddy, you're screwed, really.
Yeah.
But this one and Daddy do hang out and do get along. They have their little lie-ins together when Mummy gets up to do work. So we've just got to convince her that bottles are cool.
Yeah.
Bottles are cool.
Bottles are for the cool kids. And the world of us that don't keep tiny humans alive. I've been building a website. I'm really tired.
Yeah. Tony's been
busy.
Adding a lot to her CV.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So that's nearly done. By the time in your world, this is for work though, you guys don't need to look at that. But that will be released and I'll be on to phase 2, which is everything else. Yeah.
Everything that's been on hold while she could do her.
Where's all the other?
Yeah. Are you doing your update? Okay.
But that does sound like a worst week. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I think she was saying she's growing teeth.
She's like, that is quite difficult, you know. We already have teeth. Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. That's my life. And the writing challenges, I mean, I've been doing it, just I've not hit the goal, not even.
Doesn't matter as long as you're writing.
I've written more than I would have if I wasn't doing it, so that's kind of the point.
At least I think her sounds are easy to find and delete.
Right, today, guys and girls, they, thems.
She's, those and gays.
Yeah, that's it. What do they say on TikTok? The girls, the gays and the days. What is it?
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah.
All of you. Humans.
So everyone, today we're going to do an overdue indie book release episode. A lot of these will have already come out, so that's cool.
Yep.
You could go straight to them.
So go check them out.
Yeah. So, are you ready, baby girl?
Ready for our TBRs to get longer?
If you have any books coming out, if you have beta read or arc read any and you're excited about them, please go on our website. There's a indie submission form, isn't there?
lazybooklovers.wordpress.com. There is a submission form. You can tell us about the book, or you can DM us on Instagram, or our email address is on the website, I think, as well.
Yeah. Or come and tell us on our TikTok.
Yeah.
Which will be up and running by the time this is out.
We've made like an official board with tasks on.
Yeah. We're like profession stuff.
Professional with deadlines. I'm behind on 2 of my deadlines, I think.
But the deadlines are there.
They exist. We're supposed to have picked a new jingle by now.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah, tell us all about it. Okay.
She enjoyed it. Ready?
So, you can see the colours as well.
Oh, yeah. I need
this
to,
exciting.
We're downstairs. We're in a different location. We're downstairs in my home.
So the first book, which came out on the... Oh, no, wait. These aren't in order. Oh, I think some people have changed their publication dates since I put this list together. I did put this list together in, November, so...
Just too organised.
Yeah, so they're not in an order, I don't think. They just are. Okay, so...
If they're in order later, it's because the editor fixed it, but he's under no obligation.
No. They're in the order of when they were due to come out when I put them onto my list. So, the first one, which came out on the 27th of January, is called Unawakened Fate, Vegas Pack Series, and this is book 1. So you can get in on a new series from the very beginning. It's going to be on Kindle Unlimited. By Amanda Nicole. VP Securities, we own this city. As the leader in technological advancements for private and commercial security, we are always in the know. But when our cutting-edge facial recognition software gets stolen, it threatens not only our livelihood, but jeopardises our species as a whole. Ooh. So it's got a little breakdown of 2 of the characters. So Kane, the only problem... I wonder if they'll be the couple. Oh.
I was going to say, if it's shifters, there's got to be a romance.
Yeah, there's got to be mates. Kane, the only problem with finding a mate... Yes, called it. Is when you realise that she has no idea... Do you like the sound of this one, do you? This is getting a seal of approval from Bubba. Is when you realise she has no idea that this world exists. Oh. This is nothing against your book. She's just hiding. The only problem with finding your mate is when you realise that she has no idea this world exists or that you're spending time with her to keep secrets for your pact. I am on guard duty to ensure that not only her safety but her silence. It doesn't take long to realise I can't resist the pull I feel towards her. Can I keep her safe if she keeps me at a distance? How do I convince her that her fate lies with me? And then Bree. All I want out of my senior year of college is to coast through my final classes and get the heck out of this city. But when I witness a crime I never should have seen, the time can't go fast enough. As I try to keep my head down, Kane crashes into my life, making me feel things I thought I'd turned off years ago. I find myself lost in his stormy grey eyes as I try to fight my way out of trouble, out of this city and out of his web. All I can hope is to leave with my life and heart intact.
Stormy grey eyes. Of course he's got stormy grey eyes.
Stolen AI, murder, treason and an impending war with a bunch of supernatural bad guys push this love story on a path of no return. There we go.
You know what? That sounds like... that sounds like one I'd enjoy.
If it sounds like one you would enjoy, go to our card and click indie authors and there will be a Amazon wish list of all the authors we talk about in indie episodes. Do not purchase through that link unless you want to send them to me. Just use it to put them into your own basket. Thank you. So yeah, that sounds good. That's the first.
Yeah, that sounds like one I would read.
First book in the series, and it's on Kindle Unlimited, which you now have.
Oh, I need to tell you at some point about I listened to an Audible original of a cheesy romance.
We haven't got scheduled in an update of what we've been reading, have we? We need to do that.
I don't know. I might save it for that, but just to let you, it was
good or bad, or so bad it's good.
So bad it's good.
Oh, I love it. So the next one, which I had written down as coming out in January, but it's actually already out, and it looks so cool. I follow the author on TikTok. No, probably on TikTok, but on Instagram. It's called Zombabe, and it's the first book in the Zombabe series. So this is a... Oh, I didn't tell you about the cover. You know, you can kind of see them, but I will tell you about it. So this is by L.S. Bell. Or is it I.S. Bell? I.S. Bell. I
need to go back to the optician.
I do actually need glasses. Zombabe is an LGBT fan family horror/paranormal YA about a group of friends putting down an ancient evil inextricably linked to their sleepy town of Baldine in Maine. So 2 weeks before graduation, Henry Babe Simmons is resurrected by his best friend and secret crush, Eugene Dude Marsh. Consequences include freaking out a town who has just buried you, an overwhelming hunger for human flesh, and a monster who will step in if you ignore that hunger too long. Thankfully, they have Kate Higgins on their side, a whiskey-drinking police chief who is too eager to get rid of the town riffraff.
Dude and Babe.
Yeah, that's what they go. Armed with the power of friendship and a vague yet crucial understanding of Latin, Babe and his found family must uncover Baldine's deep secrets and kill the monster for good. Perfect for anyone who wanted the works of Stephen King to be gayer and for Jennifer's Body to have a happy ending.
Oh my god, I love this. I love this author.
I know, and the
that's an excellent description.
And their Instagram is so fun, but makes the book look so fun. So yeah, this is already out. It came out in December. Yeah, 9th of December. So let me do a little description of the cover.
Yes.
Can you see it?
Sort of, but I'm at an angle. I can't really see the details.
It looks like a graphic novel cover, like drawn.
Yeah.
Illustrated. That's what it looks. Oh gosh. And it has presumably Babe, because there is some flesh missing from the face. And it's standing in the woods, and it just says some Babe in drippy writing. It just looks fun.
I like that.
I would pick this up off the shelf and have a look at it.
Yeah.
It looks really fun.
I really like that.
And the cover for the previous one is like a silhouette of a couple embracing in
like an alley.
Yeah, maybe on like some rocks in the woods, and then in the background there's like a cityscape. But yeah, I really enjoy looking at covers for indie
books, my god, they put so much effort in now.
Different styles and stuff. Okay, this next one, this cover is gorgeous. So this came out on the 10th of January, and it's called Bear Cat.
Okay, which is really great.
Name, right? So it's book 1 in the Empire City series. I know they always series, but at least we're coming in at the beginning. By S.E. Warren. So he was the last man she thought she could trust. As a right hand to the mistress, New York City's most notorious mobster, Charlie learned early on that when the boss points, you shoot, or you'll end up on the wrong side of the bullet. And she has no reservations about doing what it takes to survive. That is, until the cost becomes the blood of the innocent, and she's forced to decide, will she become the monster everyone thinks she is, or will she throw everything away and try to outrun death? And that death that haunts her is in the form of disgraced ex-cop turned hitman Everett Daniels.
Oh, so it's like a mafia romance, but she's the mafia person. Oh, I like that little twist.
So she was the last woman he'd fall for. Everett regrets the day he turned to the mistress for helping to locate his missing wife. Now, trapped in her service, he will do anything to settle his debt. When Charlie goes on the run, who was that woman we just learned about, wasn't it? Yeah. Everett sees a chance at freedom that he can't afford to turn down. Tasked with returning the mistress's protege, Everett has everything to gain, but he can't shake the question in his head. Why would the heir of a criminal throne leave everything behind? Could it be that Charlie isn't the viper he thought she was? Discovering the answer might cost him everything.
Interesting.
Oh, and they've already got the second book listed, so it might just be a duology.
Oh, you can definitely get me on board with a mafia romance if the girl's the hitman.
Definitely.
I think so.
The second book is called Scorcher, and it follows the same characters, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So the covers are like 1920s style. What is that?
Like Art Deco-y?
Art Deco, thank you, yeah.
Which one of us has the architecture degree?
I know. I was like, I actually did a project on whatever this art style was called. What's it called again? And like very Great Gatsby vibes. I'll show you. Maybe you could do a better description because obviously my brain's just shite.
I think, yeah, Gatsby vibes is a pretty good description, to be honest.
And then it's got an illustration of the two characters. Yeah, looks good.
I like that.
Yeah, it's the second one comes out on the 7th of February, so it's out by the time you listen to this as well. So there we go. The name, yeah, I did say the author, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Warren. Right, the next one, I'm just going to move this rustly toy. The next one by Tay Steele is called Sex Cells, and it came out on the 14th of January. So, there's nothing quite like the freedom of college. For many young adults, it's their first experience with life on their own, but for Vale Clark, it's about more than that. It's her one and only chance to carve a new path for herself away from her dysfunctional family. When she loses her scholarship, she's faced with two options: come up with the dough or kiss her future goodbye. Inspiration strikes her when she meets Caden West, a hot rock prodigy born with a silver spoon in his mouth. A hot rock prodigy. Oh, a hot rock prodigy. I just read it weird. Yeah. Born with a silver spoon in his mouth and a sense of entitlement to match. How far is Vale willing to go to lock down the future she wants? I thought this was a non-fiction to begin with, and like the cover kind of gives a it could be non-fiction or contemporary. It's obviously contemporary, but so it's got like a photograph, I guess, of a woman with a pill in her mouth, and you can just see her
she's got
from,
a red
nose
lipstick and a
down.
red top.
Yeah. But yeah, so that sounds interesting. It's on Kindle Scribe as well, which I think is like, is that American thing that it does it as like little sections?
Oh yeah.
Is that called Scribe?
I'm sure I've had that advertised to me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's come over here yet, but we need that if that is there. Anyway, that sounds interesting. I guess it's like a contemporary romance or maybe a thriller twist. I don't know.
Yeah, quite like that.
I like the name of it.
I like it's very direct. Sex Cells.
Sex Cells.
You know what this book is about.
So this next one came out on the 19th of January, and it's called A Brooding Bodyguard. A forced proximity, enemies to lovers, romantic comedy.
Oh, there's some nice little keywords in there.
It's part of the Fairy Godmother Agency series. Oh, that sounds fun. So this is by Angela Casella. I like that. So I didn't re-look at these books recently. So some of them I'm like, oh yeah, that does sound good. Because it's like from November when I initially wrote the list.
It's been like 2 months. You're never going to remember that.
Oh god, no. I can barely remember last week.
I'll listen to this recording back and I'll be like, oh yeah, they sounded good.
Oh yeah, you when you re-listen to them, you're like, oh yeah, I did want to read that.
I did want to read that. There's so many, especially when I re-listen, there's so many that I'm like, I never put that on my wish list.
Even though I meant to. Yeah. So, oh yeah, you could go back through. Now you got Unlimited as well. You could go back through all of our indie ones and be like,
I've started the Rebecca F. Kennedy, The Court of Sugar and Spice. I started that one. Yeah. I'm not very far in though, but I'm enjoying it.
Oh, yeah. That sounds good. We'll get an update of that in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, I had 3 books on the go at one point. You'd be proud of me.
Who are you? Me?
I had an Audible, I had a Kindle, and I had a book.
Oh, I like that. It's easier when they're like different formats like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Between.
You were coming into 2023.
I'm a story
ready to
graphic
hit
telling
all of your
me
things.
I'm behind though. It's like, you're 2 books behind. I was like, I've read 2 books already.
How many have you done?
I did set it to 100 because it's 100 including audios, and you can do audio and like reads in there. So that's why I put it 100. it's like, you're 2 books behind. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but you've got loads on the go, so
Yeah.
you'll be ticking off like 3 in one swoop probably. I know, I've done a page goal and it keeps telling me I'm behind on there. You're like 400 pages behind. I'm like,
I'm doing my best.
So, because I did a page goal and not an hours goal, I'm listing everything as books this year, not audio, so that it counts as my page goal.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit annoying though, because but it's fine. It's fine. Next year I'll do a page and a audio maybe. Page and hours goal.
Oh yeah, I wonder. Oh, I didn't see that you could set those goals.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Interesting.
Storygraph's awesome.
Maybe I should have done that.
You could do it now. It'll just put in. It'll just move everything over.
Okay. Interesting.
So, Brooding Bodyguard.
Sorry.
So sorry, Angela Casella. It's not easy being famous. Okay, you already hate me. Can we start over? Sinclair. I'm Sinclair Jones, best known for playing a woman 10 years younger than me on TV. Or at least I was until I quit my job and moved to Asheville. I came here to find myself, and instead I tried and failed at a bunch of hobbies. Been there.
Yeah.
Before landing a gig I don't suck at. Being a fake girlfriend of a reality TV outdoorsman. Our arrangement is great for my image and his, but there's an unwanted side effect. It's not what you think. Because I was going to be like, I've fallen in love now. I have a stalker and he's escalating. That went in a direction I didn't know.
Yeah, that's a bit unexpected.
Luckily, the Fairy Godmother Agency, a husband and wife PI team. Oh,
I like that.
I thought they were going to be a dating agency. Oh, I like that. Have signed on to help me find my stalker. Unluckily, everyone has insisted I hire a bodyguard.
Oh, here we go.
Rafe is obnoxious and opinionated, and he calls me Clay because I once threw a clay phallus at him. Yes, literally. I don't want his help, and I especially don't want this compulsion to keep checking out his arms. So he's even got a little nickname for her. Rafe. The last thing I want is to follow around a TV starlet, but I'm in between jobs, and I have my reasons for taking this one. Still, I'm in hell. Sitting in on manicures and book club meetings and watching rom-coms with a spoiled screen princess who's surprisingly naive for a millionaire. But the more time I spend with Clay, the more desperate I am to protect her, because I'm falling for her charm, just like millions of people have before me.
Oh, that
sounds cute.
That went a bit of a different way than I was expecting.
That was not at all what I was expecting. So this is going to be a Kindle Unlimited book.
You know what?
Yeah.
Can you guys just
stop?
Well, that's it. We're stopping this feature episode. We're never doing it again. I don't have time for this.
It's just too much going on.
I'm so busy.
And the cover is like a little illustrated one with like, you know, those little paper dolls.
Oh,
like that style. So it's got like the person outline and some spare clothes. Yeah, that you can go.
I actually had one of those, you know.
I loved them.
I had like one that was like an 1800s like Victorian lady, like Edwardian outfits. I think it was a Victorian or Edwardian.
Yeah.
And I had like 10 different outfits for her.
I love those things.
Yeah.
I used to have so many. I should make them for my son.
He
won't
would
last very long. But
Dad, just don't put a lot of effort into them.
No, I don't.
He's going to ruin them.
I don't at the minute. In lockdown, I built him a rocket ship out of loads of boxes, like one he could actually stand in.
Yeah.
And then my other half built like little buttons and stuff and little sliders you could actually move.
Oh my god.
And he literally destroyed it within like 3 days, and we were so heartbroken because we spent so much time on it. And I hadn't got around to painting it yet, and I was like, I'm so glad I didn't put the effort into painting it.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, that would be so cool.
He loved
He's
it
gonna
for like
that.
the 2 days till he destroyed it. Yeah. So yeah, there's 4 books in this Fairy Godmother Agency to come out. Let me see.
They follow different characters, I'm guessing. The agency.
The agency, yeah. Oh, so the Brooding Bodyguard is the 3rd book.
Aye.
So the first one's called A Borrowed Boyfriend, a fake relationship, jilted bride romantic comedy. Second one is called A Stolen Suit, enemies to lovers. Revenge
she's
comedy.
just doing all the tropes. I fucking love that.
Then obviously the Brooding Bodyguard.
Yeah.
And the last one that's currently on the list, which comes out in March, A Reluctant Roommate, and Forced Proximity, Best Friend's Brother.
Oh, yes.
And they've all got like similar covers, and they all look so good. So they're like, she's doing the tropes, like the paint by numbers of tropes almost, and the images are like, oh, I
like these books that are just like, they are for the trope, they are what they are, like they are just like on the point, and you're just going into it like, this is exactly what I want. Yeah. You know what you're going to get, and you're not going to be disappointed. Unapologetically.
Angela Casella, we love it.
I saw a TikTok that was like a TikTok series of like that people duetted, where someone was saying about like, oh, you say that romances are cheesy and that they are full of tropes, and like that's literally the point.
Yeah.
Like no one who's coming to a cheesy romance book is sitting there going like, this is so obvious or unrealistic. Yeah. Like that is the point.
I mean, literally a lot of romance books say happily ever after guaranteed. So you know what you're going in for, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Just a bit of nice,
it's
enjoyable book.
Nice.
I like a lot of them also, they do try and like, they try to add depth now as well, like a bit of depth to the character or character journey, or like not just straight up.
Yeah, there's such like a divide with the romances. You can either have the really cutesy, fluffy, just paint by numbers, but it's wonderful, or there's those really traumatic, dark ones that are like really to help you deal with your own trauma.
Speaking of art, I really want to read that Haunting Adeline. Have you heard about that?
I've got that on I've got it in my Kindle library, but I've not read it. I've had it out for ages. Yeah,
it's meant to be really
bad. There's a second one as well, isn't there?
Anyway, not to derail the conversation, but
so they look fun as well. The covers, do you know what? Those covers, they are taking me back to when I used to go to the library as a teenager, and I would have picked them up off the shelves,
like Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging covers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. They are giving me that vibe. I would have,
but for adults.
Yeah. But I would have read them as a teenager because look at the covers. I'd have been like, oh, they look cute. Oh dear. And that's why we need a new adult section. Right, next one. So this one came out on the 26th of January. It's called, it's got 2 authors, is that right? It's got 2 authors listed, but only one on the book cover. So we'll just go for one on the book cover. Oh, maybe the second one is like the illustrator or something of the cover. Maybe. Anyway, the author listed is S.C. Grayson.
That's a good author name.
And this is the first in a series called The Talented, of course, and it's going to be in Kindle Unlimited.
There's lots of firsts in the series who are on Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah. It's called Beauty and the Blade. Is this Beauty and the Beast retelling? Because it's so...
We know what you'll be doing.
I can't see those buzzwords written here though. Most London socialites dream of marrying for love or status, but Contessa? Yeah, that is a Contessa. Contessa's wedding is about justice and revenge. Nathaniel Woodrow. Oh, what are you doing here? Woodrow is known on the streets of London as the Beast.
Yes.
You can't see this, but I've just had a moment.
She just swooned.
A leader of the fearsome lion gang who mark their sorry, I am coming back to your book.
Tangent.
You know that I make those TBR cards now. Yeah. Maybe I should just do all of the Beauty and the Beast retellings that I've been wanting to read and try and read them through all this year and just do them as a lucky dip on one of those TBR cards.
Yeah,
sorted.
Do it.
Yeah.
You can also find links to her Etsy store on our card, which is on her Instagram.
Oh yeah, I do.
It should be on our website.
Scratch off TBR cards now, and you send me the books, and then you can
say, go get them. They look really cool.
I know. I'm so proud of them. I actually genuinely love them. They're like my favourite thing on the site, and they're actually such a simple idea. But yeah, all right. I'm not reading the name again, that one. Nathaniel Woodrow is known on the streets of London as the Beast, leader of the fearsome lion gang who mark their victims with 3 slashes on their face. Ooh. Since her mother was found dead with their signature slashes years ago, Contessa has wanted nothing more than to see her murderer brought to justice. However, the Beast has been impeccable at maintaining his facade as a high society Mr. Nathaniel Woodrow, and nobody has been able to gather enough evidence to convict him. When the Beast unexpectedly asks Contessa's father The chief of the royal police for her hand in marriage, Contessa and her father hatch a plan to bring him down from the inside. So it's like forced marriage as well, or arranged
Is this set in modern times?
It doesn't actually say.
Like modern times where a mafia boss is asking someone's father if they can marry. Interesting.
It's just under mythology and folk tales. So it might be like alternate universe kind of vibes. Although a lot of those mobster books are set in current times and it's like
just use a few
like romance.
Generic mafia tropes and like is this city famous for their mobsters? Doesn't matter. Is the guy still hot? Yes.
The other author listed, Mystic Owl, is the publisher, so I don't know why it's been listed as an author as well. Okay, so let me break that down because I felt like I read a lot. So Nathaniel is the Beast.
Yep.
Who is a gang leader, and he killed a woman, and then the woman's daughter is now going to marry him to grab evidence, and her dad is a police chief. That all sounds
interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think I would enjoy that. I don't know why I'm struggling to get my head around it so much.
She's infiltrating the gang by marrying into it.
Okay, that sounds so much simpler than how my brain was trying to...
What was your brain doing?
I don't know. It was just like... It was making it really convoluted.
She's undercover as his wife.
Thank you.
Apparently.
I like that. That's fun.
That's quite the commitment for some undercover work, though.
You just got to bring him down.
But they're going to fall in love.
I guess. So, there is more than that. But, so presumably it's from her point of view as well.
Yeah.
So is she is she just going to try and grab evidence, or is she going to try and assassinate? Anyways,
I don't know if her dad's a police chief. She's not going to be an assassin. I can't see him being on board with that.
Well, he's selling her off as a wife, so...
Oh, yeah, to be fair. We're on some morally shaky ground already. Maybe.
That sounds fun.
I like that.
And the cover has, like, a white chess piece, and then behind it is lots of red flowers. Yep. And then there's a little silhouette of a lady in the chess piece. Oh, there's a little knife underneath the title. Look, blade. Oh. And it's in old fashiony swirly whirly.
Swirly fun.
So professional.
So professional. We give great descriptions here. We call it this classic fantasy fun that we say a lot. Classic fantasy. Do you know what that means? We're not going to tell you.
Of course you do.
Swirly fun.
Swirly whirly. Oh,
it's Frenchy schmanchy fun.
It's Frenchy schmanchy. So, the next book came out on the 13th of January. I'm going to kind of do roughly like the first quarter. So, any that I had initially listed for January, February, March. But that doesn't mean there won't be more that I'm going to find to talk about next time. So, the next one's called Cindered Glass, a fairy tale queen's novel from the Glass Queen series, book 1. Available on Kindle Unlimited.
I know I say this every indie episode, but like, oh my god.
Oh, I'm really sorry in advance.
You've got to say a name now.
The author is Callan Johnson. Callan? I'm sorry, I think that's how it's pronounced. Judged on how I pronounce things, which are always incorrect.
Oh, we forgot to do our PSA at the start.
Oh yeah, I can't pronounce words.
No names. Even if you have a classic English name, she's probably not going to say it right.
When I read out loud, there's a serious disconnect.
Yeah, between what your brain's doing and what comes out.
Yeah. As for example, me just trying to understand the very clear synopsis of that last book. That's part of the fun of the indie episodes.
Yeah, it's us understanding nothing.
Okay, so this is the first book in a trilogy set in an interconnected fairy tale universe. It's a dark fantasy romance and will have themes that can be extremely difficult to read. The concepts within the story involve a lack of control, abuse, and imbalance of power in various situations, including SA. Please check the author's website for more details. Thank you, indie authors. Please normalise this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I think now you can literally tell when they're an author that's been on TikTok and things like that as well.
yeah, because they care
there's
about
a lot
the
more
readers.
keyed into this kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, I like that.
After my father's death, my stepmother... Oh, yeah, Cinder's glasses. Cinderella. After my father's death, my Cinderella assumed control of my life. She believes I'll cave to her demands, even when that means arranging a marriage to a man who makes my skin crawl. With no other choice, I ran toward comfort. I run towards her. With no other choice, I ran toward comfort, the blacksmith, a kind soul the Fae have turned their backs on. He's allowed nothing, no name, no rights, no wife. To be with the man I want, I have to make a deal with a god, an immortal being who promises to help at the cost of one night together. An idea that makes me burn with desire. Oh, cheeky.
Oh.
The only thing standing between me and my happily ever after is a prince I must make mine and a betrothal I have to get out of. Whatever happens, I know I can't let my stepmother win. That sounds so much more involved than the original story.
Good.
Well, like the Disney version of the story. That sounds really good.
I mean, that is one of the ones where the content warnings read like a recommendation list to me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Definitely.
Soz not soz.
And the cover looks fabulous.
I mean, that looks like that straight away, that cover would draw me in.
Yeah, it's like a lady with like magic coming out of her hands, maybe. And she's standing on fire.
Yeah.
Embers. Fire. And look at that font.
You know what? That reminds me of Cassandra Clare's books. The covers on those. It really reminds me of them.
Yeah, it has got that kind of vibe, actually. That sounds good. I wonder what the other... it says it's a trilogy. I wonder what the other books will be. What fairy tales they'll follow.
Are she doing different fairy tales or taking this one further?
Well, it says they were... Hang on, let me open this back up. It says interconnected fairy tale universe. So they could all be different stories that
in the same universe.
Universe.
Oh, I like that.
I think Cinderella's like my third retelling books I want to read. Obviously, first is Beauty and the Beast. Second is what I have not read, but I want to read them. If you have any recommendations, send them my way. Peter Pan retellings, because I read Peter Pan last year, I loved it. I want Peter Pan, especially ones where Peter Pan is dark, because in the books he's a little bit dark.
Oh, it is actually. Like, they're not as light-hearted as everyone believes. Like the Disney...
Well, I think there's 2 books in there. I've only read the first one. The second one I haven't read yet.
If there was a second one, I didn't know that.
But yeah, like, because sometimes my son says that Peter Pan... Like, my son loves Peter Pan. And sometimes he says, is Peter Pan evil? And I'm like, technically, yes.
Maybe! Just a little bit.
But yeah, I would quite like some Peter Pan retellings if anyone has any of them.
Yeah.
I know there are a few. There's one called Hook, which I have on my Unlimited
I've got
list
that
to read.
saved in my to-read list as well. Because I think it's in the same series that I've read another one of. I might be lying. You know, Scarred, that one I read.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Or I'm mixing it up. I might be mixing it up. Who knows? Nothing is
But
real.
let me know if you know any.
Wait, I'm sure it is. I'm going to investigate that. You carry on.
You proceed.
you do your thing. I'm going to go investigate.
So the next one is due out or came out. I don't know when this episode's coming out. Came out on the 28th of February, or will be coming out on the 28th of February. It has a release date of the 28th of February. And it's called Baby Doll, and it's a rock star romance, and it's the first in the Revolver duet. I know you are not a fan of calling duologies duets.
Duets. I mean, I'm coming around to it. I'm accepting it as something that happens, but you're not going to get me on board with it.
Why are your eyes awake? You're meant to be asleep. Don't have wide awake eyes and smiling at me. We might be joined for the rest of this episode.
We were doing so well. I thought we'd make it all the way through with
that.
No,
she's
so shaky.
Right, so it's got a couple of bullet points about what this is about. Frenemies to lovers, secret romance, and a bad boy falls first.
Oh, I like it when the guy falls
first. Really love it when the guy falls first. Oh, especially when he's all like Bridgerton.
Yes.
What does he say?
When she's like, "Oh, I'm going to India," and he's like, "And it is not far enough."
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, what's it? Oh no, the speech you're talking about, where he's like,
it was all over TikTok for a while.
Like, not burden. What does he call her?
I burn for you.
Burn for you is the first series.
Oh,
you're thinking of the second series though.
We'll have to think on this. I'm gonna look it. No, I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not gonna get distracted. Anyway.
I was right, by the way.
You was right.
I think it's the same author as that Scarred.
But he's not a bad boy anyway, Anthony in Bridgerton. He's just
he's a little bit.
A sticky uppy socialite.
Yeah, I'm right, like Hooked and then... Sorry.
Yes, that's the series. Yeah.
So Scarred I've read.
Okay.
There's a review on my blog.
So...
Sorry for all the interruptions. Carry on.
So on brand for us. It's the fall of 1986. Yes, it is.
She's talking to her baby, guys, by the way.
Yeah! Phoebe Miller is a rock journalist for Titanium magazine. Her newest assignment involves following Damien Bell and his band Revolver on their last North American tour before they head back into the studio to record their sophomore album. Now, when you use terms like sophomore and stuff, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's something to do with the year you are at college, but I don't know what year it is.
So I think sophomore is second year. I've just said that. Or third.
There's junior and senior. I know that much. Is sophomore in the middle?
Oh, you know what? I had it pinned on Pinterest before, because they also use those words for high school.
Yeah.
And like one that sounds like should be younger is older, and I'm like, no, this makes any sense.
Damien is loud, obnoxious, and has a reputation for excess, and he hates journalists. But he seems to have a soft spot hidden beneath all of that bravado. Phoebe prefers to be a fly on the wall, but she has a nasty habit of falling for men who she knows will break her heart. What do you think about that, baby girl?
She's like, I'm a feminist, I don't believe it.
Fight the patriarchy. Quickly, Damien and Phoebe find themselves pulled into a tumultuous and fiery mutual attraction that cannot be ignored. One that puts Phoebe's job and her journalistic integrity on the line. Sounds cool. Oh, and that's by Thea Lawrence.
I like that. I've also found
I thought you had.
So this is for like high school, but I'm assuming it translates to like universities. They've got freshman, which is our equivalent of year 10. So you're 14 to 15.
Okay.
Then sophomore, then junior, then senior. See, I told you there was one. So sophomore sounds like it should be older, but junior
sounds like it should be at the...
I knew that's what I was thinking, because it's freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, which is the same because their high school, their uni years are 4 years. So I think their university years follow the same pattern. But that is our like GCSEs to A-level years.
Okay.
So year 10 and 11 is freshman and sophomore.
Did they stay at school till
18? Oh. Junior is 11th grade, which is 16 to 17. A senior is 12th grade, which is 17 to 18.
There we go then.
So that's year 13 for us.
Year 13. Year 13.
Ugh, 13 years of school. Ugh.
That's what she'll have to do.
Ugh.
And my son.
And they'll be doing maths apparently until they're 18.
Oh, yeah. When my son started school, I mean, actually he'll be doing longer because I sent him to preschool because I'm a bad mum. So
he loved preschool. That doesn't make you a bad mum. He loved preschool.
When he started school reception, as we call it here, he was there for about 2 weeks, and then he was like, "Do I have to go every day?" And I was like, "Yeah,
every
for
day
the
for
next 14 years."
And then you work.
Sorry.
And then you work until you die.
I decided to give birth to you. I've already done the apologies. I've already done the apologies to you, haven't I, darling? But I brought you into this world, and
this
you're going to have to work. You better work, bitch. And you're going to earn 75p for every pound your brother earns.
not happy
She's just
about
staring at me. She's not smiling. Still.
that.
Smiles for that? No.
It might be
She
fixed.
knew.
It might be fixed by the time she's working. No, it won't. But then they project it won't be fixed for another 50 years, the wage gap. Because of the pandemic, it delayed things.
That's if anyone even tries, probably. I mean, I often say to my son, on the plus side, by the time he finishes school, it might be like Mad Max and there's no job to get anyway, so he might be alright.
Yeah.
He might be so busy just trying to find food and water.
Yeah.
Leading to have a job.
I don't know, I feel like, of all people, I feel like your son would excel in the apocalypse.
Yeah. The only downside is, as I say about myself,
if there was an apocalypse, I'd just die.
Yeah. If he loses his glasses, he'll be screwed.
Yeah.
And there's no opticians in the apocalypse.
I mean, like, what? I'll get, like, slightly cold and rained on, and I'll get a cold the next day. Like, I would die of exposure so fast.
Yeah, if there was an apocalypse and my children were adults, I just wouldn't even bother. I'd be like, okay, fair enough. I'll just grab some food and drink and read some books until my time's over. If they were still children, obviously, I would be like, okay, I gotta keep them alive.
I'm gonna keep them alive. My will to survive extends just to you.
Yeah, that's literally it. Right.
Anyway, tangent
Your
over.
book
That was
sounds
a good
great.
tangent. That was great. Sparked a nice little conversation.
Yeah. The end of the day.
Completely irrelevant, but...
The book cover looks fun.
Yeah.
It's got like red and blue smoke on it, and then there's like someone playing a guitar.
I'm trying to think what that reminds me of.
The colours remind me of Legendborn, but that's a completely different vibe of a book.
The font reminds me of Chicago, like that musical.
Yeah, that's the Chicago font. We need to do.
She's smiling at me.
We need to do a post on our blog showing not evidence, examples of
what we think these fonts are. The fonts we say in Spain. Yeah, she likes that idea.
Good. Yeah, you like that? Right, we've got 2 more.
Oh, we're doing so well.
Yeah. So this one comes out on the 15th of March. It's the second book in the Stones of Doom. We're going to go that.
Alright.
Seriously, because I completely mispronounced that, just to be clear.
Let me see.
Duheim?
Duheim?
Du hast? Du hast nicht.
Duheim?
Now
Did you like that? Did you like that?
So how do you think we're pronouncing it?
Duheim.
Duheim.
Yeah.
Jai-ho! Apologies, Brigitte
For
Tell.
being aggressively English.
Please stitch me a TikTok explaining to me how much I failed as someone who technically has a certificate and can speak German and Swedish. And yet can never work out how to pronounce the vowels. Right. And so this is second book. Oh, hang on. Let me check if... Yeah, I think they are standalones. Should I not risk it? I'll tell you what, I won't risk it. I'll just read from book 1 just in case. So book 1 is called Cillian and second one's called Hans. So when a dark elf meets his mate,
Oh, for goodness sake.
will she forgive him for pulling her into the eternal night? Cillian has a duty to protect his people by any means from the creatures of chaos. One fateful battle lands him into the claws of the mist that separates the realms. Nora, a simple sheep herder, takes her grandar's sheep into the mountains for the summer meadows. Are you just laughing away? A chance encounter with a strange being from the fog turns her world upside down. 4 stones stand tall to protect life and order from the hungry destruction of chaos. Oh no. Pedwa, Trek. Look, there's 4 stones. Yeah. But times are changing and the shift in magic, both dark and light, are felt by all. Warning, explicit content and a happy ending. Oh, this book is part of a standalone series, so I could have read number 2, but there we go. Number 1 that I just read is already out, and number 2 comes out on the 15th of March. Number 2 says, 4 stones stand tall to protect life and order from the hungry destruction of chaos. It names the stones. I'm not going to try. But
there's some cool stone names.
Yeah. But times are changing, and a shift in magic, both dark and light, are felt by all. Known as the rogue son of his people, Hans lives to survive, nothing more. But when his past threatens his future, he must come to terms with who he has always been. Scarred in more ways than one, Elia carves the freedom of being a respected and feared warrior. But when her commander tasks her with an impossible mission, find a missing dark elf with the help of the annoying wolf prince, she's not so certain she can protect her heart from being broken anymore.
I'm very distracted by your baby.
I know.
She's being so cute.
She's just smiling
She's just
away.
smiling at me.
This sounds really good. I'm sorry, I just really struggled with a lot of the words, so I don't think I've sold how good it sounds.
It sounds really good.
Yeah.
But like proper fantasy names.
Yeah.
Like you've really done your
fail
research
at
there.
straight away.
You've really done your research there though.
I hope you have a pronunciation guide. Pronunciation!
Pronunciation.
So that I, when I read this, I can actually learn how to pronounce them.
That's an IT crowd.
Yeah.
Pronunciation guide.
We are so distracted today. Is it her? Because she woke up.
She's being so
She's
cute.
so
She was just like
distractible.
smiling at me while you were talking. And I was like, I can't
La,
help
la.
it. I'm going to have to engage.
Yeah, she's so happy.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. You got my finger. Okay, I'll just chill here while you play with my finger.
And the covers look super, like, the second one isn't out yet, the second cover, but the first cover looks super fancy. Oh, it's in. Baby is now sitting with Toni. having lots of
Distracting
cuddles. Right, the last one I have for today comes out on the 28th of March, and it's called All the Things Rocked in Love.
Oh.
Wait, hang on. All the Things. Oh, All the Things Rocked in Love is the name of the series. This isn't the cover, so it just looks a bit funny. So, All the Things are friends with benefits to fake dating, steamy rock star romance. Friends to benefits with fake dating.
Okay, so they're friends who are doing fake dating.
And they also have the benefits. So they may as well just date.
Yeah, like what's with all the games and the lies?
You clearly like each other, guys. Even a no-strings fling has to have rules. I do like dating that has rules. You know, like in, what's that? The trilogy, To All the Boys I Loved Before.
Oh, yes.
Where they have like
I
little
love
rules.
that. I watched those at Christmas when I was decorating the Christmas tree.
Such good
I was like, I don't know why these feel
films.
Christmassy to me.
And they
they're
really
not.
capture the essence of the books as well. I
Yeah.
strongly recommend the books.
And
if
like
you get a
young
chance.
love, and it's just, it's cute.
It's just, and it's the palette of it, the colour palette. The first one has a different director, and the
So
first
you
one
can
was
tell.
a female director,
Yeah.
and she just encapsulates that young love. The next two don't quite capture it, and they're a male director, and you can tell.
So I watched them when my dad was in the room, and I said to him, I did say the thing about like the first film is more female gazing, and he was like,
I don't understand.
I'm explaining that to my father. It was so funny. Explaining what the female gaze meant.
Yeah, like it just the next two just ride on what the first
Bill.
Yeah, and the first one is just it's done from it's young love. It's done from a female young love, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, but this one's not about that. So this has its own rules. Number 1, 4 weeks only. Then Kelly can go back to focusing on her bridal designs. Bridal designs? What? I thought it was a rock star one. Okay.
Maybe the guy's the rock star.
Just because her own happily ever after didn't go the distance. Number 2, as much sex as possible. During a break from his band's world tour.
There we go. The guy is the rock star.
Buzz will enjoy every second he can with Kelly. Since his sobriety has to be front and centre, he knows where his focus needs to be. But when Kelly's neighbour... Oh, there's only two rules? Oh.
No.
I was hoping for a big long list. But when Kelly's neighbours think she's dating a rock star, their friends with benefits arrangements turns into fake dating. because Buzz won't be the ruin of her reputation in her close-knit community. Oh, okay, now it all makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. And then she just gets together. She's just got to hope he plays by her rules. Okay, we've got some trigger warnings. This story deals with past childhood traumas, discussions on past addiction, learning to live sober, mental health, and a neurodivergent main character living with dyslexia. Ooh.
Oh.
The historical passing of a main character's sibling by sudden infant death syndrome mentioned in conversation. Fucking hell. Loss of parents and references to 9/11. All right. Just thought it was going to be a fun little
fluffy little romance, but no. We're going to have some feelings and some trauma.
Author's note. All the Things is a standalone with no cheating and a happily ever after. Characters from Jack and Emily's trilogy make appearances because they're Buzz's family. Okay, so they're interconnected with the rest, because this is book 4 in this Rocked in Love series. So they all obviously connect. Oh, so the first one is called With You, a steamy rock star romance. Oh, maybe they're all members from the band. Number 2, No More Yesterdays, a rock star romance. Number 3, All Your Tomorrows, a rock star romance. Yeah. And then this one is All the Things, a friends with benefits to fake dating, steamy rockstar romance. Okay. No. Scratch that. So the first 3 follow one couple.
Oh, cool.
And then this one's people in their universe. Got it.
Like that. Kind of like Bridge Kingdom did that. The first 2 are on the same couple. The third one is on someone else from the universe.
That's that audio series you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my library. I looked at that the other day.
I
almost
really want to buy the
started
paperbacks as well.
Oh.
I think it's time I treat myself to books. That might be the one.
Treat yourself.
I'm going to buy a nail kit next book instead, so I can't do that. I can't spend £20 on a book set.
We're talking to the
So
baby,
sad.
not to
It's so sad.
well, kind
It's
of to each
so
other,
sad.
but through the baby. Look at all these cuddles. You never had that with the boy, did you?
I know.
Yeah, she's just staring at the lights. All of those books sound great. I apologise for the distractions, but babies are distracting and
But
cute.
she's so cute. She was smiling at me. What was I supposed to do?
And, you know, the history is my son was not... Yeah, as we've said, he did not want anyone else, did he?
Oh, no. I mean, to be fair, I think now we know better. Like, we wouldn't do coffee shops anyway. Like, that was our error as well. I think we were both still living with our parents at that point.
And
he
his
wanted to be out of the
personality
house.
is not for...
Yeah. I think that was our error. I was always being in coffee shops as well.
Yeah.
Where it's like, she's comfy in my home, isn't she, where there's not much noise.
Yeah, definitely.
Is this wiggling good? I'm not doing a good job. I'm just kind of wiggling you about. I have no idea if it's right or not. Huh? I haven't been around many babies, apart from her babies. Really? Kids?
So yeah, they all sound great. A lot of them I will be definitely picking up.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I really appreciate the Kindle Unlimited book.
Oh my god.
And if you have any Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella or Peter Pan retelling suggestions,
or just any fairy tale retellings,
yeah, it's true.
They're
Please let
pretty
me know.
I'm coming round to the retellings, you know.
I'm
being persuaded to like them.
Yeah, I think like
It weren't really my thing before.
some of them are done so well you could read them without even knowing. Like the Akatar one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone commented on something to do with something.
Oh wow, that is specific.
Someone listened to one of our episodes. I think it was one of our episodes of the podcast where we talked about Akatar, and I mentioned we were talking about if the rest of the series was just on their own or if they're also meant to be Beauty and the Beast. And someone commented saying what each one was meant to be. I can't remember what they were now.
Where was that comment?
That's the thing. I think it might have been on TikTok.
I think it was Instagram, maybe.
Oh, it's exactly. We have no idea.
We have no idea, but it was a very helpful comment.
Yeah,
neither of us remember.
Yeah. Which
I'm sure
it's very true to form.
Yeah, this is a very on brand. I'm sure number 2 is supposed to be Hades and
Persephone.
I'm sure it is.
Oh, well, with Reese as Hades, and she goes there 6 months. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for joining us this week.
Joining us.
As always, they will be listed in our wish list thing.
Yep.
Please like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Do all of the fun things.
Guys, so if you've got some cool indies that you want to submit, or you are an indie author and you want to submit something to us, go on our website like we said.
If you're an indie author and you want to be included in our new segment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which should have gone live by now.
Yeah, if Toni gets her button gear.
And Natalie sends out her emails. Yeah, so send us an extract of your book. And
an audio recording.
Or if you're not too... into the whole reading it yourself, send us what you want read and we're happy to do that.
Yeah, we can read that.
Yeah.
We technically speak on audio well, not for a job.
We'll probably get Toni to read it because she can pronounce things.
All those years of acting, theatre school, we're going to put them to good use. In the theatre. In the theatre.
So thank you for joining us this week, and we will see you next week with a upcoming releases episode.
Of traditionally published. So I'm usually the one that stops the recording.
Oh, yeah. Okay, bye. Love you as a friend. Bye. What do I click?
The red dot, if you just sort of move the cursor and click it. Or the stop button. Either one.
I don't know if it's stop.